7 of the SCL WU weekly recap. I'm Emma. I'm supporting Spurfic on the Dynamos.
I'm Nils. I am the starter for the Terrors.
I am Ray, the starter for the Platoon.
We can get into the first game. So this is Battle of the Undefeateds between 3-0 Tenzai, who subbed in for the Circuit Breakers, versus 6-0 Nails, playing for the Uncharted Terrors. And so, on preview, this is Hail into Sands, and, I have a feeling that Nails did not like this matchup at all. And it gets even worse by the fact that I believe his Mew reveals Toxic Spikes, and there's a Naganadel to absorb the toxic spikes, so things are not looking good for Nails at preview, I'd say.
I got botted.
Botted.
And for those of you who do not know what botted means, it basically just means that they knew what team I was going to run beforehand, and they made the optimal counter team. And I'm not actually accusing them of that, but it's just it's a joking phrase used to say that your matchup is awful. My matchup is so bad here.
It's really bad. Yeah.
It's very bad.
I think that my team is pretty good, and it has tools to play out of most bad matchups. But if you're trying to design a counter team, this is pretty much what you're gonna load up.
I remember asking you the day before too, what do you do versus Sand with your team? And you're like, oh, it's fine because I can get T-Spikes up.
Yeah,
you don't get T-Spikes here.
There's a poison type on this Sand team.
Yeah, so I don't even think that poison types really fit on Sand for most builds of it. But Tenzai and Pasa, Toxogen, I think this was mostly Toxogen's build. They found a way, and this is the matchup they want to hit when they load up this team. So, yeah.
They got you.
Yeah.
Hail T-Spikes into Sand Toxic.
And I can go into my team a little bit. The team's premise is it wants to set up Toxic Spikes and Aurora Veil, and then click Fake Out. It's Fake Out Mew, Fake Out Relevant, Fake Out Ensign, and it just wants to wait for the other team to die to T-Spikes, and I think in Hail Chip and U-turns and stuff, and I think that the team is really cool. It just found its worst matchup.
Yeah, you can't even press Fake Out.
You can't even click Fake Out. We didn't even mention the Serena.
Yeah, no, I'm triple Fake Out into Serena. Yeah. Just everything is really bad. Everything is pain. The one bright side is that there was no Stealth Rock on their team, and so my Ice types also didn't get shredded on the switch-in like they could have potentially.
I mean, on preview, you don't even know that, though.
Yeah, I don't know that on preview.
On preview, you definitely think there's a Stealth Rocker.
Yeah. But that's I'm just trying to click buttons and find weak points, and just trade and try to set up a favorable end game at some point.
Does not look great at preview for our protagonist.
Okay, so turn one. I'm super fat, AV or Shifu, a lot of HP and spit off. That's not really a set that anyone uses, and so I assume that I can I assume that it's probably going to get Dracoed or sludged by Naga, and I can potentially get some value out of that. I set up Tailwind here because there are a lot of... I'm fearing Tailwind from Naga, and if I Psychic Naga while they get Tailwind and I don't, then Dracovish is really, really spooky for me. And Tyranitar can click rock moves, and there's just a bunch of lines where stuff goes really badly really quickly if I don't get Taloned up, or if I don't trade Talons. My Mew has Psychic, but they don't know that. But anyways, yeah. Who gets doubled by Fake Out Draco, the Draco bounces off. and I get talented damage.
That did literally 0.
I'm surprised the Urshifu got fake outed because Draco kills.
Yes.
Even, like, it's Scarf, and I don't think it gets revealed, but it is Scarf Naga. Like, even Scarf Modest Oko's Urshifu, so I don't know why there's a fake out there. Oh, I guess... Yeah, I don't get it.
It outspeed... it could
in case the Mew fakes out Naga. Yeah. I get it now.
Good
and
work.
I don't... is, like, dying to click fake out into a Serena, anyways.
Yeah.
That, like, the Serena wouldn't hate getting sent into an Urshifu on a Tailwind, and so I have to respect that, and I think I shy away from clicking fake out at, like, most of the time, but...
Yeah, I get why Tensai did it, but I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
The reason is in case Mew presses fake out on Naga. What Tensai was concerned of.
And so I see that the Naga is, like, no boosting item. It's pretty forced out here, and so, I just double the slot with Surging Strikes, Psychic. Surging Strikes because it hits to -1, and Psychic to kill it in case Naga stays in and tries to match Tailwinds. The cat also pivots out because Surging Strikes is spooky on it. And Surging Strikes also, like, just two-shot the Naga so in case it, like, protected on a switch to fake out Mew, perhaps. But yeah, doubling the Mew switch in, put it into Surging Strikes range. It's probably a little bit of a roll, but it's, like, very much threatened and 2 turns of Tailwind are left. And so I've, like, claimed most of the Mew HP for, like, most of my Urshifu HP.
Good stuff. I'm so tired, oh my lord. But here we go.
Yeah. So yeah.
These legs up, not that they really do much.
They don't do that much exactly, but they force Naga back in here.
It does force Naga back in.
Also force right back out, and so I get to it just, like, the line works out for me here where yeah, I'd assume the Sarina was U-turning. If the Sarina didn't U-turn, then it was even better for me. But yeah, just forcing a Naga that has to immediately go right back out is just, like, it forces my opponent to play passive. And my moveset didn't allow me to really do much else that was, like, useful. So, like, Sarina is frequently AV, so Psychicking for 20 is just too passive, and I wanted to, since I didn't have an active play that I could make, I wanted to force my opponent to be as passive as me.
Yep.
Yeah, like the Tyranitar's coming in here to block Aurora.
Forced in because I've revealed Psychic Mew, and it would kill Naga, so I get to send my Urshifu in on a Tyranitar. So just...
Now the Naga's in, which is a little spooky at this point.
The Naga is in, but it's taken 2 turns of Sand, which means it picks up a kill on it now. I am assuming that my Urshifu is just gonna, like, be able to kill the Tar with Surging Strikes.
The Naga really wants to be able to kill the Mew here, and is not able to kill the Mew here.
Yes. Also because it just doesn't kill it, because it's Scarf, but...
Should Parting Shot have been into, like, Breakovish? I guess not.
Hail is still up.
Hail wasn't still up because you're Parting Shot in Sand, but the threat of Hail
coming in. But yeah, the Dracovish could have come in. Maybe, but, like, you're not pressuring the Urshifu with a KO then, so...
You just really don't want Naga dead in this matchup.
I agree, but it's tricky at best.
Yeah.
Yes, Naga's the Urshifu.
Naga trades itself, and Tensai gets like the Stone Edge or Rock Slide into my Mew.
Not Crunch is also weird.
Not Crunch or Stone Edge. Like, Stone Edge also would have picked up Mew.
Yeah.
So
you want Mew dead?
Also,
like, if the T-Spikes can get up here, it's just a lot of damage for me. I have the option to force T-Spikes up here if I want it. I choose to not go for it, though. And instead I just preserve the Mew in case I need talent, need to match a talent at some point. This was pretty questionable for me, but I thought that my team was just going to die too quickly if I tried to just fake out Ensign and T-Spike, because I also can just Tenzai's threatening fake out into my Mew and also threatening what's it?
Is it questionable for you? I think
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Tenzai leaving his T-Tar in that turn means that Hell can come in, and then you can set Veil, and Veil's super good.
Yeah. Tenzai does have the option to switch Tar out here and deny Veils. So fake out Ninetales plus switch Tar into anything, and then switch Tar back in denies my Veils, but it's really committal from resources. And
then it lets T-Spikes go up, or Tailwind or something.
Yeah, it allows T-Spikes up as well. So, you can have one or the other, but you can deny one or the other, but you can't deny both. So, he chooses to deny T-Spikes and make a cool read on that. Keep it, getting the protect off, and so I can set Veils safely without getting faked out. When I get to U-turn my monkey out.
Veil goes up. That's super good.
U-turn on the Mew is the perfect target for me.
That does
nothing.
Absolutely no damage. My cat is faster than Tenzai's cat, and so I get a parting shot just to make sure that even if it's a damage roll, Ninetales doesn't die.
Down goes Mew.
Yeah. Now the Veils are up, and CV Tar is pretty neutralized. It's not completely neutralized, but it's
even Intimidate here in the back, now it's -1 hitting into screen. It's not great.
Yeah. This was a really weird turn from Tenzai.
That was a very weird Serena switch that I do not understand at all.
Alright, I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, so Tyranitar is at +0, it's looking at a Ninetales that is forced to switch, and a Rillaboom that's -1, so it's not getting threatened. This has to be a Rock Slide, surely.
Yeah, it really does.
And so I just get another turn of repositioning and U-turn chip into a Bug Week, and
there is not a Rock Resist on that team with Shifu dead.
And yeah, this was the main turn that I just hard disagree with and don't really get. Switching it guarantees a Flare Blitz into the Rillaboom slot if you think that I'm Grassy Gliding. But Grassy Glide Tar plus
fake out Ensign. If you think you're Grassy Gliding, don't you just switch the Ensign into Serena anyway, so you get your Rock Slide up? Because that's better than the Flare Blitz.
I agree. I'm
trying to justify.
The CD Tar clicking, or maybe he was scared of Woodhammer, I suppose.
I guess, but you can also fake out that turn, can't you?
I think so.
Yeah, the Incineroar just came in, so you can click fake out.
Yeah, so with Veils and -1 Tar, it wasn't going to do that much damage. It was still going to do a significant chunk of damage. So
it was still way better. Now you have the position control off of the U-turn too, and you took damage without doing damage.
Yeah.
On that guitar slot.
The Zolters
and the Flare Blitz did not do enough.
Yep. I also get to Bolt Beak without having my Weather Rot, and so Ninetales gets to stay in back. I'm just hitting the Slowmons, and so.
Yep.
I just put the moves in the slots because I pretty much navigated this to a favorable position. And so if Sarina hit the Arctovish, I wanted to be able to trade a kill back.
Yeah.
And I
completely. This was always a sack Mew text.
Yep.
Yeah, and then here comes the hail again. And I get to click more buttons with the Epic Arc results. And Veil slows like 3 more turns. Oh my lord. That does a lot of damage.
I probably could have predicted the Musak, because that was always the play. But it didn't happen, and it's basically over now.
Vish does so sad damage in Hail. Goodbye.
And yeah, I just get the weather control. And
yeah, it's over.
My fossil gets to go first.
Damn. That was like, whew, like that's so, like, on preview it looks like literally so bad for Nails, but then he like controls most of the game and wins like pretty cleanly. Just absurd.
Yep.
Good job.
I'm very proud of that game. A lot could have gone wrong, and very little went wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's like definitely one of like the most well played games. Just like going like the circumstances as well, like being so far behind on preview and then coming on top very comfortably is very impressive. So Nails moves to 7-0 now, which is absurd. Very cool. Tenzai drops his first game, I think, and moves to 3-1. Still pretty cool though. And then our next game is the battle of 2 3-3s. Spurific playing for the Dynamos and Jarrell playing for the Islanders. Spurific has lost one, so now his pattern is to lose this week. While Jarrell won 3 and then lost 3, so he's looking to get back on track. Like on preview, I think it's like fairly even on both sides. Both teams I think have a very threatening steel type. Like this CB Genesect like kind of outruns everything but Mew and clicks CB Ironhead and U-turn and does a lot of damage. While this Celesteela on the other hand is really threatening. Like there's not a really huge option of like fire moves on Spurfic's team. Like he has the Zygarde to click 1,000 arrows and knock it down, but it's not like obviously great or anything.
It takes 2 turns to get to it.
You gotta do that. So. But I was thinking on preview, like the steel types are kind of gonna, I feel like, decide it, like who can manage their like good steel type better is gonna win the game, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. And if the steel types don't do much, I think Justin's out of favor. Like a little bit of an advantage, but it depends on what the Mews are up to mostly, I think.
And if Diancie can get boosts.
That's also true.
Diancie is a scary Pokemon. Oh my! We like stream this game live, so I think I'm just gonna talk about like the really important parts. You feel me?
We did stream this live, yeah.
So I think turn 2 is for, the most important, or one of the important ones, I think. So we do this, yada yada yada.
We learn that it's Choice Band, Celesteela or Splash Cannon.
I think it's a drop.
Justin.
So here.
Drop, which sucks. But the next Flash Cannon does not kill. So you can freely get your rocks up.
Yeah, I think one thing. So Burn switches to Genesect here.
Especially Zygarde's pinning the position right now. And so if Flash Cannon goes into Tar, you still get rocks up, and you're like
the arrows damage.
And the knockdown, and
yeah. I think he wanted to like get Genesect in on like a potential like Serena switch in, but I think like you probably want to set rocks anyway. Like that's turn 2. Like you're gonna be doing a ton of damage. Yeah, like rock's really good.
There's no rock resist on JRL's team, and it's gonna do so much damage over the course of the game.
Yeah, so I think that was perhaps like one spot where he messed up, and then I think here he definitely messes up.
Yeah, as I said this during the stream too. One of these mons is very likely to pack a fire move.
Yeah.
So you have to scout that when your Genesect's the most threatening thing to JRL's team.
Yeah, like letting the Genesect die here is not good at all.
Get scouted, so Justin just starts off in an insanely down position. Also, really just misplays. I think it could have been avoided for sure.
I think you definitely have to scout this. Like Wide Guard plus Flamethrower, I wouldn't exactly say is common, but like one like Celesteela, like Joe ran Fire Blast Celesteela last week, and also like one of these 2 Pokemon should have a fire move. Like Jarrell's team, I feel is very very weak to Genesect, so like he needs like additional fire coverage somewhere, and like your Genesect is just so strong. Yeah, so like I feel like you can't let Genesect die there, but Spurvic unfortunately did, and he's just like so far behind. Like his Broken Steel is dead, while this Broken Steel's at +1. And then I'm like I could just kind of like briefly commentate these next few turns. So Burns is really really behind, but he gets whiffs the Diancie, and then he gets to eventually set up Calm Mind and coaching Tapu Fini, and he's he's almost able to bring the game back. So we're gonna like kind of skip through. That power up does so much at like +1 defense, by the way, but whatever. But what do you want to say?
Just power up is 120 base power.
Yes.
And like Pickup Meteor is 130 base power, and power up is like 10 BP less and 5 accuracy less with no other drawbacks. And power up's just like it's probably just overtuned.
Good move. These like muddy water misses were kind of annoying because like this Diancie is killing everything at +4 with body press, but it's not like super game deciding. I'd say it's just like annoying. What do you think?
Oh no, the Fini has a way better chance if it has more partners alive.
Yeah.
You could very well make a case for that muddy water mist being very crucial.
Yeah, like this one doesn't KO, but then it opens up to the next one KOing. It's like definitely like I don't know, super annoying. I'm trying to remain like like the Zygarde and the Rillaboom took like fucking so much.
The DNC also did get boosts every time it attacked.
Yeah, so definitely not very favorable rolls against this Diancie. Yeah, and then like it misses again. Like that's super super cringe. So I guess that is like was definitely tough missing all the muddy waters. Yada yada yada. Like it KOs a bunch of Pokemon. Yada yada yada. Burns gets tricked here.
Okay.
What do you want to say? I only have one more turn to say. Oh, is it this turn? Oh no. Oh, okay. What do you have to say? This wasn't what I was thinking.
Rillaboom is supposed to knock the Celesteela here.
It sure is.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is the turn. Yeah. Alright, yeah. So, Burns, like, after that terrible start and, like, the muddy water misses and the Diancie shenanigans, like, Sporadic, I feel like, has a very, like, plausible path to win here with this boosted Fini with the Choice Scarf locked in the Moonblast.
Favored.
Yeah, like, he should win at this point, and, like, the only way he doesn't is if this Celesteela reveals Meteor Beam Power Herb and is able to do enough damage to KO it before it gets KO'd. And like so, yeah, I feel like you definitely have to knock off here and prevent that, like potential damage boost. Like this is a 20%, like it was a 15% Tapu Fini doing nothing. Like the Celesteela is definitely more scary. You gotta knock it off.
There's also nothing the opposing Fini can really threaten, so there's no real reason to double it. It's the Celesteela that's the threat.
Yeah, you want to just like leave it on the field to do nothing while you KO this, like while you put damage on the Celesteela.
Yep.
Yeah, so yada yada yada. Quickly find through. So like here, yeah. Like
it did reveal Meteor Beam.
Yeah, now it reveals Meteor Beam, and now it's gonna be able to do enough damage to take out the Fini before it gets. Yeah, no special attack drop.
Actually, a single drop.
Attack drop even win?
Maybe not.
Multiple.
Yeah, you need two.
Actually, no, 2 of them still might not have gotten there.
I think 2 does, but yeah, 1 definitely doesn't.
But yeah, to like recap that game, I think letting the Genesect die was obviously not good. But I think he did do a really good job of finding his win path after that with the Tapu Fini, and I think he probably wins this game if it's not for one, the Diancie getting a ton of boost and dodging Muddy Water, and the Celesteela being this like super bot set. So an unfortunate one for sure.
Perfect Celesteela.
Yeah, that's like you can't touch your Shifu, but whatever, it worked.
I mean, does the team need to touch your Shifu?
DNC wants their Shifu protection. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Incineroar wants their Shifu protection.
Fini, Sarina, I guess they...
Ice Beam Mew. I mean, I guess it's SMB.
It's probably Psychic.
It could be 2 attacks, but
yeah, this is just an unfortunate one for a member of the Dynamos.
I mean, I think it was mostly just misplays. Like, sure, it sucks that like the Muddy Waters missed.
Yeah, I try not to cope too bad with our losses. Like the Muddy Water misses were turbo annoying, but I feel like Spurfik also could have won by not letting his Genesect die and knocking off. And also, I have like very high standards for Burns, of course, since I think he's very, very good. But yeah, I'd agree. He just he messed up twice, and it cost him, unfortunately. Perfect drops to 3 and 4. JRL moves up to 4 and 3. Good job, JRL, I suppose. Yep. But yeah, we live stream that one. Well. So if you want to watch us talk about it with Umbrian stacks, you can just watch the video. So we just quickly went through that one.
We also didn't really approach it from JRL's side, which is probably unfair to JRL, but
yeah, I mean JRL played well. I mean, yeah. I don't really think there was any real misplays from JRL that game.
That's also fair.
Yeah, he did a good job. I think the flash.
It was a good call that after revealing the wide guard, he didn't go for it again. Got an attack off. But also we've already reviewed this game on stream, so.
Yeah, the wide guard plus having wide guard and flamethrower, allowing him to knock at the Genesect was really, really good. It was good stuff.
Yeah. He had his stacks and he used them all.
Yeah, it was a good job. Now we can move on to the next game. 4-2 Animus versus 0-4 JUX9. He's back in business. I'm so excited.
Well, rumor has it this is actually Leo on Joe's account.
I don't think it's Leo at Joe's account.
I think it was Leo's start and end with Z-Strats.
I have a feeling this one's JUX9 and Z-Strats is not telling the truth. But we'll leave that up to the viewers to decide.
I feel like this is Leo for sure.
But this matchup, this is Wims HO, but with minimal tools to deal with Trick Room, especially of the Torque Hole variant. I feel like there's no Tapu Fini. You definitely want a Fini to control terrain, and here switching to fire moves and block this terrain. Kyle does not have any of that. I feel like this matchup very heavily leans in Joe's favor. It's Wims versus Trick Room, but it's exemplified even more because there's no Tapu Fini to change the terrain, and there's a Torque Hole versus a bunch of Pokemon that died at Torque Hole. I don't know. Joe seems has a very strong matchup in my opinion.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, no Fini. The fire type is Volcanion, not Incineroar. It's very hard to.
Nihilego into Zygarde as well. Yeah, and I don't even know what tools he has to really prevent Trick Room. I guess the Genesect can KO stuff, and the Whimsicott might have Taunt, but there's an Indeedee with Psychic Terrain. I don't know.
There's double redirection into only single target attackers outside of the Volcanion.
Yeah, there's just not really any Trick Room checks, and it was a hard Trick Room team. It's not good.
I guess the only saving grace for Kyle is that Torque Hole only kills half the team.
Let's go.
Half resist it. We're really grasping at straws here to
we tried, yeah. It's not looking great.
I actually haven't watched this game yet.
Oh, it's a banger. Indeedee lives at 1, ejects out into the Torque Hole. Heat Wave does a lot of damage, but does not KO anything. Trick Room is up. There's a Necrozma in Psychic Terrain, and you can't really change the terrain because of that freaking Torque Hole who's gonna click Sun Boosted Heat Wave on your Rillaboom. JUX9 is in business, I think.
Okay, so Animus picks, but at least Volcanion's threatening-ish. It does have to protect here. But it's threatening-ish.
Yeah, I'd say it resists the fire moves. You gotta watch out for Meteor Beam, but it's not instantly dying.
We also don't know the speed stats, so we don't get. Yeah.
Whimsicott, Clown Dime.
Whimsy drops.
Does dodge the Meteor Beam, making progress.
Meteor Beam does get fired off.
Dragapult comes in here though.
Reason.
Dragapult just dies. Is there any better play?
I was looking at Rillaboom.
I was looking at Rillaboom too, because it at least forces Psychic Terrain back up.
Yeah, there's three turns of Trick Room left. You can make your opponent not attack with both Pokemon.
Yeah, you're at least slowing it down.
If Force doesn't kill Volcanion, then you always go Rillaboom here.
The dream is just to Heat Wave both Mons and kill 2 of the offensive threats. We know Heat Wave does 50 to Torque Hole, and yeah.
Yeah, and then you get to KO.
Just nothing.
Yeah, Dragapult, spoiler alert, here comes the Rillaboom. But It just dies. And then this Dragon Pulse also
very
just dies.
Weird Rillaboom. You usually want to go Rillaboom to help it waste a turn, not as a sack.
I guess we'll see here if this dies. Let's watch. Like this could be.
Canyon? Yeah.
Oh, it just protects.
Oh,
Never
no,
mind.
it protects.
Double protect. All right, next turn. Next turn, surely we see it.
The switch was forced, and Joe didn't have to waste a productive turn. Waste a turn. And so
it's gonna switch. But yeah, Nihilego. It gets the run the calc. It gets the double protect. And Trick Room is done. Trick Room is done. All right, we have a game. Maybe. Run the calc, please. We'll wait for that.
Oh, is it no bulk Canyon?
It's Life Orb, so probably. It probably has speed with Whimsicott, so I'd say not heavily bulk invested. For sure. It
just dies.
It just dies? That's tough.
So, yeah, this matchup was... I mean, this is more like a team problem, not a...
Yeah, I think this one is just... Yeah, I feel like offense is not exactly, favored into Trick Room, obviously, but this team just, it just has nothing for Trick Room at all.
Lots of tools.
Yeah, I think...
Disagree. Yeah. But this team seemed like it was more trying to catch, other offenses than get the jump on other offenses. I'll disregard the Trick Room matchup.
Yeah, this one, I feel like I think a lot of the teams you use are obviously very offensive, but they have, they do have tools to deal with Trick Room, as we've seen in your games. This one just has zero tools to deal with Trick Room. At all, I feel.
Yes. Kyle's team is really greedy.
If Kyle's team faced a team like mine, where it's an offense team with more bulky Trick Room checks, it destroys.
Yeah.
It's kind of reminiscent of the team that I brought against Frank for week 2.
I agree.
Yeah, where it's just a Whimsicott and then a bunch of base stats, and you say that offense is never trading better than my Pokemon, and it's just a steamroll. The team can work if you get the right matchup, but it caught exactly the wrong.
It caught quite a bad matchup. Although I guess Saving Grace, he survived Trick Room. The Torkoal's half dead. The Indeedee and the Necrozma are not. I don't know. Maybe we got a game here.
Yeah, most of the threats are.
Down goes Necrozma. Down goes Indeedee.
The issue is that Zygarde wins.
Perhaps.
One of the issues is that Zygarde wins.
Yeah. But alright, we KO'd 2 Mons. It's a 3v4.
Yeah.
Zygarde did not out here.
Yeah, and Amoonguss and Fancy also just win because of redirection.
Alright, you crit the Meteor Beam right here.
Meat Beam killed here, then it was...
Yeah, it's very close. But it does not.
Meat Beam did not kill.
And it's Rocky Helmet Amoonguss. That's a banger set. Love that. It's so good.
Crit would have won.
Crit does win, I think. Or at least... Does Nihilego run away with it? Well, actually, I don't know. This Zygarde still is scary.
What was that roll like?
I mean, it was 88. I don't think it was a huge roll.
No,
if it is a roll, it's not unanimous favor.
No, I mean, I'm just checking. You can, go physically or especially defensive Amoonguss. I'm just curious what that roll was like.
I'm going to assume calc spread from Memoric.
Well, okay, if it's, physically defensive Amoonguss, it can die, so...
I'm pretty sure Memoric just uses calc spread.
If it's calc spread, then yeah, it's
they got a higher roll.
Calc spread is a ton of spit up. So yeah. There are some plausible Amoonguy that could have died to a Meat Beam at +2.
Yeah.
I mean, you always go for it.
Yeah, definitely the play to go for it. If this crits the Amoonguss, Genesect KOs the Diancie with Iron Head, does he win?
Yes.
Yes, right? Because
maybe not.
I'm trying to think.
Maybe not.
Well, presumably the Genesect's faster than the Zygarde.
The Genesect's faster than the Zygarde. It doesn't.
A double should.
Yeah, I'm thinking I think a +3 Nihilego +CB Zygarde or +CB Genesect at +0 should KO Zygarde. I'm I think.
Sludge Bomb does 52 to 61. Oh, that's not looking great. Iron. Okay, no, it doesn't kill.
Oh, it doesn't kill. Okay,
that's kind of how I was feeling about it. Like this looks like his Zygarde kills 3 end game, anyways.
Yep.
Especially because you're forced to hit the Torkoal. Or you're not forced to hit the Torkoal. You forced. I guess what it comes down to, you're forced to flinch the Zygarde.
Actually, high rolls would do it.
Okay, no, I take that back. You try to flinch the Zygarde with Genesect projectile, you go, and then you hope Volcanion can eat and arrows, and then Heat Wave off to kill Torkoal, and like deal enough to the Zygarde.
Yeah. I mean, it's also rolls to kill Zygarde.
But this also involves critting the against this turn, or just KOing it.
Obviously, Joe is super favored.
Yeah.
Given that isn't maybe enough stuff.
That's a nice thought exercise. But yeah, Trick Room goes up. Tough. Alright. We got one round to protect.
I think you weren't supposed to protect your Volcanion, just go for dodge. Just burn.
Burn?
I mean, not like it really matters.
Yeah, I think it's done.
You could have, protect the neatly, go from 1,000 arrows, dodge a Diamond Storm with a Volcanion, burn the Zygarde. Now the Volcanion gets to kill the Zygarde the next turn.
And then
with enough Diamond Storm dodges, you have a chance.
Enough Diamond Storm dodges. I guess there's always that. But Animus falls to 4-3. The Tentacle Machines win a game of doubles overused. Woohoo!
I'm telling you, it's Leo on Joe's account.
They are now 1-6. Joe UX9 is 1-4. Let's go.
I respect the pushing of a good conspiracy theory. I have to shut you down here. I do not think this was Leo.
I think this is Joe UX9. He brought his trusty Torkoal. Like, it's cool.
Well, he did bring his trusty.
There is no Venusaur.
No Venusaur. It has to be.
It's Joe UX9. It's okay. But we'll move on.
I do love myself a good conspiracy theory, though.
We got, in this game, 4-2 Z-Strats for the Platoon, 1-4, then lost the last two, versus, I think, 1-1 Denadra Badger, who subbed in for QSNS and the Foxes. We got, a pretty similar to last game, but to way less extremes. We have an offensive team into, a TR team, but I feel like Z-Strats' team is a lot more equipped to deal with, TR. I'd say, just based on, what I know from playing them, but it's still, annoying, I think, to run into double Trick Room setters.
Yeah, I mean, I did not like the matchup. It's a playable matchup. It's not a fun matchup to see.
Not a fun one. Yeah, I think
definitely not favored in it, but I knew I could.
There's tools. There's tools and there's outs. I think on your side. I'm trying to think if this is Denadra's team they used in DPL a while ago. I know that one.
It's a variant.
It's a variant. Yeah, I know that one had a lower Ansys. So close enough, I'd assume. But yeah, do you want to give your thoughts on team preview, or I guess you kind of did, but more in depth. If you have anything else to say.
I changed my Finny from Trick to Dazzling Gleam last second, and that did not seem to be a good decision.
Never remove Trick, man. Come on, what are we doing?
Yeah, I didn't like seeing this matchup, but I knew I could probably play my way out of it.
I feel like this is very similar to half of your games.
I didn't like seeing P2 when I have a Spectrier.
Yeah, up.
Never
or a Dragapult when you have a Spectrier.
Yeah, just not great.
Yeah, my poor Spectre is not having a good time.
Okay, this is.
I've also used Taunt Spectre before, so that would be fine here, but this is not Spectre.
Okay, this is the same 6 mons they use in the same exact order, so but they also posted 4 versions, so it's one of them. But this is their DPL.
I was too busy playing Discord games.
Oh my god! Of course. Come on, man.
Not notice that.
Too busy. .io.
Lots of Land.io, some Putt Party, all fire games.
That stuff. We'll get into this.
Fire than Pokemon.
So true. This might even be the same nicknames. Okay, you talk about preview, I'm looking up the nicknames.
I didn't love this preview either. But it was like fine. But I assume we just trade fake outs turn 1. If he does fake out my Incineroar, I get a free kill on Rillaboom, so I'm pretty happy with that. I assume like after turn 1 we trade our fake outs, and then I have to U-turn the Rillaboom, take 70-80% on my Incineroar, which is not a deal, but not the end of the world, to P-shot the Volcanion. I mean, that's. I think that's.
I mean, depending on the Volcanion, your cat can die.
Yeah.
Okay, they are using different nicknames.
Is quite specially defensive, but
different nicknames.
Also, yeah.
We'll see this.
Not ideal for me at all.
Not ideal.
Yeah. But Badger.
Just
fumbles the bag here. And yeah, the Rillaboom. Clicking fake out is cringe, except for when you have to, and this was one of those times where you had to.
Yeah, this turn was as good as it could get for me.
Yeah, like you just
should have never happened. I think they misclicked. They said.
Yeah, like that's just letting the Rillaboom die. Is not great. But yeah, now you're just playing like a full mon up, and like the momentum is clearly shifted a ton.
This is I guess this is a good time to point out that this is what CB Genesect is threatening, and it's like what makes it a good set. Even if you don't usually get to capitalize on this, you're threatening Rillaboom switch out, and then I get to U-turn into my counter. Like this is why CB Genesect is really good. Usually, most of the time, just lets a Rillaboom switch out into something that doesn't want to take a CB U-turn.
Yeah. Good set, good one.
U-turn good.
U-turn is broken. But yeah, Rillaboom just freaking dies, and now you're playing 6-on-5, so I feel like things get a lot better.
Need chip on P2 for Landorus to kill it in the future. I debated knocking it, but figured I'd rather get Cat out and get Volcanion -1 special attack, as it can be very annoying under Trick Room for my team if it clicks the right buttons.
Yeah, and then like bringing the Wims in means the P2 is forced out, so like it doesn't even get a chance to recover.
To force out the Porygon.
So that's stuck at 67.
Something that I remembered from my initial watch of the game, but I didn't remember during this review until now, is that the Volcanion, it was very threatening, but it probably wasn't supposed to be led because it's one of the only mons that can switch into attacks from Ray, and so
yeah, I didn't expect Volcanion to be led at all, to be honest.
It was probably supposed to be like a Dragapult lead.
I kind of disrespected it on lead though, because I didn't think it'd be led, and so it was.
It got a pretty lead. Okay position.
Yeah,
but I worked with Badger a decent amount, and yeah, the team really wants to have Volcanion as a pivot into things. So, just a little bit unfortunate for them that was the path they took.
Yeah, and I always encore the Volcanion here because P2 switch node always.
Yep.
And now it's like -1
and
doing
not getting
nothing.
my Whimsicott Heat Waved is very nice.
Yeah, good turn. They got the tons of Larantis. And like now Genesect can also switch in.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about, is that the Volcanion's just sitting here clicking -1 steam eruption, and it just was not supposed to be in the field yet.
Yeah, it's just doing like that turn they did 39%
also
damage.
Was probably supposed to be a double into the finning slot to guarantee that you get progress. Like letting your opponent have the sort of agency to pivot around your position that you've gotten, and you like sack your Rillaboom to obtain is not ideal.
Yeah, not making great use out of the Trick Room turns at all, unfortunately.
Probably sus turn for me coming up.
Oh, my favorite. Hooey speeds, oh my god. Just kidding. But yeah, Steam Eruption still does nothing.
Yeah.
The taunt or the encore is over, I guess. But yeah,
it probably should have been a U-turn. I didn't want the Larantis doing anything that turn though, so I pressed E-speed instead.
It guaranteed your Finny could come in safely. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Down to one turn of Trick Room.
I always Moonblast here because it's doesn't miss. It also 2-hit KOs the
that does a ton.
Anyway, and being locked into a water move would be awful.
That'd be suboptimal, perhaps. But yeah, like now I think you're in a like if it, like you can kind of steamroll a bit now.
And because they both eat.
That does, yeah. Oh my lord.
That was a really funny turn.
Yeah, that did not care.
Good old AV Volcanion.
Into not killing the Landorus.
It's also not killing the Landorus.
And this is again, you really don't want the Volcanion to be -1, and it's sat there the entire game at -1 instead of getting a bunch of damage off.
Yeah.
But not as much as it could have been.
Yeah, it could have done.
Yeah, and like if it was slightly more damage, this is probably a different game. Or potentially.
So this is just a free Earth Power, the Volcanion, and Moonblast the Big Pulp.
But then he had to die there, so...
this is my favorite. Is this what we like to see? Who hits Focus Blast? Oh my lord.
I don't remember the last time I've missed Focus Blast in a tournament.
I think you're...
Plenty of Hydro Pumps, plenty of Muddy Waters. I never hit Hurricane. I've always hit Focus Blast.
Yeah, you're the only one allowed to use... Like, Focus Blast Lando is so good until you miss, but then, like, when you never miss, it's just absurd. Like, it just drops P2 with the 67. Oh my lord.
Yeah,
but yeah, Tailwind's up.
What was confirmed specs, which means I didn't even have to fear a Protect, so...
Yeah. You get Tailwind up and then you just clean up. Spectre claiming 2 KOs against Dragapult P2.
The Mental Herb Diancie is kind of cool again. But also really likes doing damage. Weakness policy.
Or even Hearthstone, I guess.
-0 Diancie isn't as threatening.
In defense of the Mental Herb Diancie, it didn't actually get hit super effectively this time.
Yeah, you have to play around it regardless.
In general, though.
Yeah.
Like, especially when, like, there's 2 grasses, so, and, like, this can be safety goggles, so, like, you're probably expecting weakness policy here, so, like, you still have to respect it, and then you get to reveal cool mental, like, it's cute. I'll say it's cute.
I like that for sure, especially against me.
Yeah. It's...
Someone who relies on taunts and encores to pressure pressure Trick Room.
Yeah, it's cool.
It helps me not be allowed to do that.
Yeah, I think it was a cool team idea, just was not executed correctly in this game.
I have to wonder if it could have been a different game if Rolden didn't get tossed out turn 1.
Yeah,
it definitely is.
Yeah.
I did not have much up.
Yeah, like playing 6-on-5 is really good. Not gonna lie.
Nadra has been pretty good at getting matchup since they've been slotted in. They got the auto win matchup versus Memoric last week too, so definitely a threat in the builder. In prep.
Yeah. And then our last game is a battle of 2 3-3s. We see Frania playing for the Gible versus Ninja playing for the Shoguns. I think this is like the 3rd Nihiligo. Or maybe just the 2nd, and I'm lying. Okay. Okay, I'm lying, but still, it's Nihiligo. It's like the 3rd Whimsicott, though, like in a row. That one's really good, not gonna lie.
There are a bunch of Tyranitar's as well, right?
Yeah, but there's Sand. Again. Like, I think this is the 2nd Sand team as well. But, I think Frania has, like, a somewhat typical, like, Whimsicott offense team. Like, this one has your Incineroar and your Finny, as you usually see. And, like, even, like, a Celesteela is there as well. While the Nihiligo and Zygarde, I guess, are more interesting picks for this archetype, but definitely, like, fine. While Ninja is bringing Sand for the 2nd time this year, I believe. Although this one has a Dragozult instead of Excadrill. You definitely don't... I feel like you don't want to see Dragozult into Zygarde for sure. And then also, like, Sand into Whimsicott, I feel like is not the greatest. Like, with priority, Tailwind is not excellent.
I don't want to see, like, any of these mons except Rillaboom into Zygarde.
And the double game's not great because there's no rock resist. Tyranitar, depending on the set, is kind of a rock resist, but
Oh yeah, what's the Zygarde? Like, 1, 2, 3, there's 4 ground weeks in a Rillaboom on this team.
Yeah. There's exactly one mon that wants to fight a Zygarde and Talent.
Yeah.
So
Nihiligo too kind of goes in. Like, speed control plus Frania's threats, I think, is looking great.
Yeah. Friend's team reminds me of Animus's from this week, where it's just Talent out. It's like Whimsicott type stuff that is looking to play a mirror where it attacked harder for the mirror.
I mean, it has more Trick Room modes, though, than Animus's.
It does, and also, more importantly, it hit the matchup it was looking for.
Yeah, this is a strong matchup, while this one was very bad.
Yeah.
I feel like...
It's just...
Oh, go ahead, finish, sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, this is just seeing, like, two different universes, like, if Ninja brought Joe's team and Joe brought Ninja's team, then the results probably would have flipped for them.
I think Frania's team has outsourced Joe's team, for sure. So, like,
I think this one would have been closer, but it's still not great.
There's a Finny, there's a Zygarde.
Sure.
Like, Stila can come in on terrain, so unless the Torkoal's in. And we don't... Does it reveal if it's Wide Guard or Protect? I don't remember.
This one, I do not know off the top of my head.
Because if it's Wide Guard, it just goes in.
That's true. Okay.
I feel like this week there's only really one even matchup. Like, Tenzai's super favored. This one is pretty even, I think. Joe's super favored. Denaggio's like, I'd say like kind of favored.
Somewhat favored.
Yeah, you
moderately favored.
Moderately favored, and then like I think Franny is pretty favored here.
Yeah.
So just like, damn, it's pretty. I don't know, pretty interesting to point out. Just like one even one. This turn one was pretty interesting, I think. If I remember correctly. There's like two mons that kind of KO both mons on Ninja's side, but Frania has a Tailwind option.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have loved this lead if I'm Frania. Because if you want Tailwind up, you kind of have to sacrifice Whims a bit. Or you either sacrifice Whims or you fake out something and you have to waste your first Tailwind turn.
Yeah.
Either of which are super ideal.
And something's taking damage it doesn't want to take anyways.
Yeah, so,
Oh, Frania said misclick on the lead, apparently. I didn't realize that.
But,
so
yeah.
he opts to just fake out Tailwind. I think the
Fake out
Insane Guy
Moonblast.
is favored for...
It was not a fake out Talon, that was a fake out.
it was Fake Out
Fake
Moonblast.
out Moonblast.
But now,
I
like,
think Incendine is favorable for Frania.
yeah, like now you get to bring the Zygarde for free.
Not like...
Like, he wants the
Not
instant
like
long
it-
term, but short term it's momentum.
Yeah. I also didn't mean, like, it's good for him, I just mean it's better than, like, Whims getting hit, I feel.
Sure. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, like now the Zygarde comes in on Tailwind, like the liners has been chips. Like, here we go, it's Thousand Arrows time.
So many arrows.
Now, Whims protects here on the Sludge Bomb, and gets a...
Protect.
Yeah, that was a good one. And then gets a free 1,000 Arrows off.
Landorus is very humorously getting knocked down into grassy terrain, and so now it's out of range of the second arrows.
There is something I want to point out, because later in this game the Zygarde is going to reveal 1,000 Waves, but it's not going to click it here, it's going to click Arrows here. There's no reason not to press 1,000 Waves here.
Is it not banded?
Yep.
Or am I capping? Is that not... It's not banded?
No, the reason is Rillaboom faster than Zygarde that you turns back into Landorus. As Whimsicott doesn't Tailwind.
I mean, I guess.
I don't agree with not fucking waves. It's better to trap your opponent than not trap your opponent.
Trapping your opponent is kind of good. Oh, it's Dragon Dance.
Sorry, not this turn. The next turn. I jumped the gun.
I'm Clown.
I really want to call out this turn from Fran, though, because we're currently... we're a Zygarde that has 4 ground weeks, and we're setting up against the 2 mons that actually don't mind fighting it that much.
Yeah,
You can just switch your Zygarde out here.
You are supposed to switch your Zygarde out.
Yeah.
I think this is a messy game by both.
Yes.
It just took 70.
This turn we're gonna see something iffy as well.
Let's see something if easy strats. Oh, yeah.
Like, just Woodhammer.
Yeah, Woodhammer KOs the Zygarde, which is obviously very, very huge.
If you're staying in, just Woodhammer.
Yeah, like the arrows at 23. Like you want to KO the Zygarde, it's big threat, but now it's alive, which is obviously
now it's still a threat.
Yeah, now it's still a threat. Now we reveal waves, and I think the Rillaboom just dies here. And now, like, that's your biggest tool to fight the Zygarde is just gone.
Okay, if we'd waves earlier, the Volcanion would have done the same amount of damage, and wouldn't be able to switch to Tyranitar.
Yeah, this turn.
Yeah, so
yes.
This is just being punished for...
Rillaboom also wouldn't have had the option of switching, which it did have.
Even if it just died. Yeah.
Yeah, so suboptimal.
It did choose to just die instead of switch out, which is probably also a misplay.
Suboptimal click. That was rewarded.
You probably wanted to switch your Rillaboom.
Yeah. But anyways, Volcanion gets to go to Tyranitar.
And Zygarde dies.
Dracozolt can take its pick of kills. Understandably, the Zygarde is the biggest threat, so...
Yeah, I mean, Franya's still fine with that, but it could have been played better.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely could have done a lot more with the Zygarde. Now Talon finally gets set up. That does a lot. And it does right back, so we're just
that also does a lot.
Both did a lot. Also enough.
But yeah, now it's like 3-on-3, but there's a Nihilego that kind of cares everything, and also like the Celesteela.
Ninja's mons have no HP.
Yeah, they're all dying, and Franny has Talon, so he just...
Not 3-0, this is a Celesteela wins the game.
Yeah, that does nothing, by the way, but yeah. Like, he's just in a super favorable spot. Like, the Whim's hanging on, I feel like it's annoying. Double protect? But like, it doesn't really matter. Like, now the Nihilego comes in.
Yeah.
This one is over.
It was always over.
Yeah. Doesn't even hit Rock Slide. The Outlanders just dies. Sand's gone. Celesteela KOs. And Frania moves to 4-3 for the Gible. Ninja drops to 3-4 for the Shoguns.
I think both players both players misplayed quite a bit, I think. But Franny had the matchup, so he was allowed to misplay more.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair assessment. Anything else about any of these games? Do we want to quickly look at Week 8?
What do you think what do you think of 2K Zygarde? 1,000 Waves, 1,000 Arrows.
I think it's cool. I mean, if you don't want to press substitute for some reason, that move slot's very free to do whatever.
I think it's cool. We ran 1,000 Arrows, 1,000 Waves Zygarde.
If you played it correctly, it would have done a lot of work.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Like, trapping is, like, really, really good. Like, it's good. Like, I don't know. I like it. Like, obviously you need arrows to hit the flying mons, but, like, the waves, like when you don't have to hit flying mons, like, waves is really good.
Yeah, 1,000 Waves is low-key, like, super broken.
Yeah, that's, like, trapping is really good, and it's, like, no drawback, strong move as well.
And Zygarde's fat enough to abuse it.
Yeah, it's a good move.
1,000 Arrows gets rid of the flying problem.
Yeah, and then you when you can switch,
you can press waves.
You can like switch moves and you're not choice locked. Like as we saw, like Frania, like after he clicked 1,000 Arrows and knocked down the Liners, like he had a free 1,000 Waves basically. It would have done a ton of work.
Press it, but he did have it.
He did have the opportunity to click it. Just close enough. Anything else?
It has potential.
Yeah, I thought that was like interesting and kind of neat.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. Anything else about these games before I click the Week 8 tab?
I think we've gone through it pretty well.
Yeah. Okay, we got...
Stop prodding me.
Foxes versus Breakers, Denager and Tenzai. 1 and 2 versus 3-1, I think.
Yeah,
I gotta like...
Tenzai's looked like the stronger player, but Denager has been good at getting matchup last couple games, so...
Both of these players had matchup, like, pretty hardcore this past week, and both didn't convert it, so... I don't know what that says, but it's just a fun fact.
Yeah, we'll have to see how they do.
Both teams are also very dire.
Yes, the
Foxes
aren't that bad off.
Don't they
The
still have to
Foxes
play
are
the
1
Bears?
point out of the playoffs.
Woohoo,
I don't wanna hear
Foxes! Let's go,
The
They
Foxes
have
Foxes!
to
are
play
not
the Terrors.
You're a hater. They're
Yeah.
playing the Terrors that have secured playoffs and only have to fight for seeding.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but you kind of want seed and process, don't you?
We kind of do want seeding, but like the Foxes, if they win this week, there's like a very real chance that they'll be in the top 4. So
Yeah, I mean, I think they have to tie the Terrors at best, but there's a chance for sure.
possibly, we'll see how it goes.
Odds. This one's really exciting. 7-0 Nails, 4-3 Jero. Like
Nails
to the
can't
top
keep
4.
getting away with this Friday team. I am full tune for Jero.
I'm rooting for Nails to go 9-0. I think that'd be like literally extraordinarily cool, and I hope he does it.
I'm not, because I want to do it first next year.
I am
So
trying
selfish.
to. One of my best Pokemon friends, Blorachan, currently has the record for the best undefeated season in SCL Snakes SPL history with the 11-0, and I'm looking to chase him.
Let's go.
We've secured playoffs, so I get 10 chances minimum, and that's my current goal for the season. That's catching Blorachan.
Whoops. What did I just do? Oh, cool. I think that'd be really cool. And Gerald's bounce back, so we'll see how this one goes. This one is also pretty exciting. Oh, sorry, you finish.
The record for wins in a team tournament is 12. Lavos had a 12-1 season. That's widely regarded as the best tournament ever. Winning semis and finals tiebreaks. Would be tough to catch him. He had the circumstances, and he also just had a monster season. He in finals beat Ojama in the tiebreak tier that Ojama picked. That's just pretty epic. So
we'll see.
Probably not going to get a chance to catch that, but it's fun to be 7-0, and I like being able to think about chasing history.
Good job, Miles.
Smokegun's been around for a while, so we actually do have some history built up, and trying to write my name in the books with the best of them.
Goat Nails. This one is also pretty exciting. At least I'm a fan. Like, I think Animus has like impressed me, I'd say, and like Z-Strats is Z-Strats. Like, Z-Strats needs to win both games to repeat as 7-2. Animus can definitely get to 6 wins, like if he wins the last 2 out. So like, I don't know. I feel like this one's pretty hype. Spartans, I think, are like firmly in the playoff race, maybe. So
everybody's in the playoff.
Everybody's in the playoff
Spartans
race.
are definitely in the playoff race. Like, bring up the standings.
I don't want to click the standings.
You gotta.
It doesn't even work. Like all the viewers can see is okay. I guess they can see the record. They just can't see the names.
They might not be able to.
You can see the records.
They can see the records. They can see the records and they can see the colors. It's not too helpful.
No, I zoomed in my screen on my phone to open the battle window. So yeah, you have to scroll left a little bit.
I don't even know if I can do that.
Drag the window.
Okay. Actually, okay. I'm too scared of messing it up. Wait.
Understandable.
Okay. Well.
Okay. Yep. We're not missing anything. Yep.
Spartans are that light yellow color in the middle.
Yeah. It's so stupid.
One win and they can be in third. If Highlanders machines lose.
The standings for this tournament are so funny.
So stupid.
Like me and Ray's teams, or my and Ray's teams, or whatever. Screw English. Are already locked for the top 2 seeds with 2 weeks left, and then there's just a traffic jam.
Other team is guaranteed out.
Yeah.
Let's go Dynamos.
The top 2 teams as well. My and Ray teams. Race team. We played the 3rd, 5th, 6th, and 7th. So the purple team in 4th is the only team at 7 or 6 points that doesn't play one of the top 2 teams that have been running everybody over this season. So that's the Machines. They're certainly in the 3rd best position. For everyone else, it's just win your week.
Let's go Dynamos.
My favorite line is Islanders losing to the Terrors, the Machines winning, and Spartans and Foxes both losing, and the Shoguns winning. So
No.
So Islanders versus Shoguns becomes like a possible playoff deciding series week 9.
No. Do you know what I like?
That's my favorite line.
You want to know my favorite line? Okay, I gotta pull it up because it's a bit complicated.
Okay, Emma's favorite line is the Dynamos winning. We don't need to get into this.
It's Dynamos win, Gibble beat or tie the Machines, and we win the Platoon. You guys beat the Spartans, and then week 9 the Platoon beat or tie Gibble, the Terrors beat the Foxes, and Dynamos beat the Machines. It's in reach, people.
I want
Woohoo!
the Shoguns to have an actual chance in playoffs.
No, you want the Dynamos to have an actual chance. But whatever. I don't care. I'm coping. Cope.
Every team has a plausible shot at making the playoffs, which is so unheard of in Smogon team tournaments.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Every team, like usually teams aren't technically mathematically eliminated if everything goes right, but this season, it's just like everyone has a very real shot. Like not even 0 degrees of copium.
Breakers are definitely some copium at this point.
There's like a little bit of copium, but their 2 games are against teams that are like also in the rat race, and so you're knocking down. And there's like only a little bit of copium for the Breakers. For the rest of the 7 teams in the rat race, it's if you win, you're in. This is peak Smogon tournaments drama. I've never seen a tournament like this, and it's going to be a while before we see another. So I'm just so excited to watch this.
I'll always remember
You're going to be very entertaining.
Playing in the legendary SCL 2, where every team but 2 were like so mid. Can't wait. But the second to last game is Frania versus Joe UX9. I'm so glad Joe gets to play again. I can't wait to see what he cooks up this week.
Frania versus Leo.
Come on. It's Joe UX9.
It's Leo on Joe UX9's account. I've been through this.
Alright, whatever.
Not backing down.
It's Gibble Machines. It's cool. I want to see the Machines double slot win another game that's not week 9. So it's gotta be week 8.
So, which team do we favor here? Do we favor Freniana's lose week? Or do we
Frenia's lose week, and Machines somehow won the game, so it's looking dire for Frania. If the Machines never won the game, I guess Machines lost this week, I would be tempted to give it to Frania. There's both players are supposed to lose. Which one's gonna break the streak? Joe broke the streak a week early.
I don't know if I can pick Joe UX9 like despite everything.
I'm picking Joe UX9.
I
picked Justin on his lose week and I got punished. I'm never making this mistake
again. Never making the mistake again. Well, on the contrary to Frania, Burns is in his win week here, and we see GMA playing in over Ninja this week.
Ninja did get subbed.
So we'll see his.
That is a surprise.
I think
Ninja wasn't playing great, but they also weren't playing bad. It was just like pool average, acceptable levels of like gameplay. And
I think his last 2 games, though, like he had if you press the right button over the wrong button, he kind of on it.
Fair.
Both times involving the Rillaboom too.
Fair.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, no, the gameplay hasn't been great, but it's been okay. But yeah. Gunless Cookin apparently has been doing a great job behind the scenes for prep, and Shoguns want to give him a shot. And again, cannot reiterate how funny it is that the Shoguns are still alive, because they're minus 16 BD and they're 2 points out of the play.
It's just absurd.
It is fun.
It's just glorious.
But
if you're at all a fan of Smogon tournaments, this is a dream. This is a treat. Savor it. These next 2 weeks of SCL action. This is what I live for.
I'm glad you're so excited.
I cannot wait.
You will be so excited when your team goes 5-2. That's like a really good spot for your team.
Stop.
Right?
Stop. Alright, the stream is done. See you next week. We're done. Bye.